Let me ask you something. Have you ever given somebody advice, good advice, solid advice, the kind of advice that actually helped them? And they said, thank you. And that was the end of it. No payment, no exchange, just thank you. And then the same person, or maybe someone just like them, went and paid someone else $3,000, $5,000, maybe more, for something you already knew. That hit different, didn't it? Now, here's what most people do with that feeling. They get frustrated. They think the world is unfair. They tell themselves, nobody values my expertise anymore. Then they scroll LinkedIn complaining about gatekeepers, while the person they just helped is wiring money to someone else. But here's what I want to do in this particular video. I want to show you exactly, and I mean exactly, what makes a person opens their wallet and pays you for your expertise. Not guesswork, not theory, the actual psychology. Because once you understand it, you'll never give away your expertise for free again. Now, I want you to stay with me because around the 5-minute mark, I'm going to show you the single biggest mistake corporate professionals make that keeps people from paying them, and not what you think it is, I can guarantee you. All right, so let's roll in. Now, before I give you the answer, I need to give you the right question. It would be good for us to start with the right question. Because most professionals are thinking the wrong question already. They are asking, why won't people pay me? That's a victim question. That question will keep you stuck. The right question is, what am I not yet giving people a reason to pay for? See the difference. One question puts the power outside you. The other puts it back where it belongs, right here. Now, I want to think about Tony Stark for a second again. In the Iron Man, right at the beginning, before he was Iron Man, Tony Stark was kidnapped, locked in a cave with a box of scraps. The doctor in that cave asked him, "Is that all you've got?" And Tony said, "No, I've got everything I need. Same expertise, same brain, same knowledge." But suddenly, there were stakes. Suddenly, the context changed. And that changed everything. So I want to write this down. Nobody pays for the expertise. They pay for the context in which expertise solves a painful, urgent, expensive problem. Think about what I've said. They pay for the context in which the expertise solves a painful, urgent, expensive problem. The moment you understand that distinction, your entire approach to packaging your skills will change. Now, let me give you the 4 specific things that make someone move from that was interesting to take my money. I call this the 4 payment triggers. And every single time you understand why someone pays for expertise, it comes back to one or more of these 4 things. Payment trigger number 1. The pain is real and right now. See, people pay when the pain is active, not when the pain is theoretical. Not someday this might be a problem. Right now, my chest, this is keeping me up at night. Think about this. You have never met anyone who said, "I would love to see a dentist, but I don't have a toothache right now, so I'll wait." No. You pay the dentist when your jaw is throbbing at 2 a.m. and you don't care what it costs. You just want that pain to stop. Now, translate that to your expertise. A finance professional who has spent 18 years helping NGOs manage complex donor-funded portfolios. But expertise is relevant to every non-profit leader whose auditors are finding gaps in their financial reporting right now. And this is the issue with one of my clients, a CPA, Director of Finance at the Seed Global Health in Boston. 18 years of experience strengthening financial systems across international NGOs. When she came to me, she was giving away gold in team meetings, strategy sessions, those corridor consultations, WhatsApp something for free. The first thing we did was identify the exact moment when a non-profit finance leader felt the most pain. The moment the board asked for clean, donor-ready reports. The numbers weren't ready. The moment of panic, that's a moment of panic. That's where her expertise lives. So we built her offer around exactly that moment, the Financial Reporting Clarity Insight program. And suddenly, people were paying to work with her. Not because her knowledge changed, because we put her knowledge in the context of the active and urgent pain. Payment trigger number 2. They believe it will work for them. Here's the truth that will set you free. People don't need to believe it's the best solution in the world. They need to believe it will work for them specifically. And that is a massive distinction. That's why someone will skip past, say, Ray Hardison with 40 years of experience and pay a newer coach who just achieved what they're trying to do, because that newer coach is relatable. They were in the same situation 6 months ago. So relatability is a form of credibility. Relatability is a form of credibility. You don't need to be the most qualified person in the room. You need to be the most credible person for that specific person's problem. Payment trigger number 3. They trust the messenger. This is the one nobody talks about enough. People don't buy expertise. They buy the person delivering the expertise. There is a researcher named Robin Dunbar. He discovered that a person needs to spend roughly 7 hours with you before they feel like they know you, like you, and trust you enough to buy something significant from you. 7 hours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hours. Now think about what you've been doing. You've been showing up once with the pitch and wondering why nobody's buying. You haven't given them 7 hours yet. And here's the thing about YouTube. Every video you make is a deposit in the 7-hour bank. Yes, true. So keep on depositing. Every time you teach something that actually helps someone, they feel like they owe you. And when you eventually make an offer, the thought in their head is, if this person helped me this much for free, I can only imagine what happens when I actually pay them. Yes. Payment trigger number 4. The cost of not paying is higher. The cost of not paying is higher. This is the most underestimated trigger of all the 4. People pay when the cost of staying stuck is higher than the cost of your solution. And so your job, your most important job as someone packaging their expertise, is to help your ideal client see that cost clearly. Because here's what's happening right now. Your potential client is making a calculation. Yes, they're doing calculations. And they are doing it badly. They see the price of your offer. They don't see the cost of the problem. They see what they are to spend. They don't count what they are losing every month they stay stuck. Your job is to help them see both sides of the equation. I think about Catherine Wahome, CEO and founder of Assurelink Insurance Brokers, co-founder of the African Insurance Women Association, FCII holder. That's the highest professional insurance qualification in the world. Catherine had spent decades building insurance expertise. But when she first came to me, she was undercharging, giving away for free, because she wasn't helping clients see the cost of the problem she solved. When we built her Insurance Leadership Accelerator, we didn't just talk about what she taught. We talked about what happens to insurance professionals and organizations who didn't develop the leadership depth she was teaching. Suddenly, the offer made obvious sense because the cost of not engaging was clearly higher. Now, I promised you earlier I would show you the single biggest mistake corporate professionals make that keeps people from paying them. Here it is. They lead with their resume instead of their result. They walk into every conversation talking about years of experience, certifications, academic qualifications, job titles. And none of that answers the question sitting in the back of your potential client's mind. The one question that determines whether they pay you or not. The question is this: Can you get me from where I am to where I want to be? That is the question. That's the whole question. Not are you the most qualified? Not did you go to the best school? Not how many certifications do you have? Where am I right now? Where do I want to go? Can you get me there? Your resume is about you. The result is about them. People only pay for things about them, not about you. So I have this wonderful client, Ruth, CPA, CPHR, Human Resource Manager, public institution. Ruth had credentials stacked to the ceiling, and she was giving advice freely to burned out colleagues, friends, anyone who asked for free every time. You know what the problem was? Ruth was leading with her qualifications. When we shifted her positioning, when she started leading with the result, helping burned out corporate professionals find work that aligns with who they actually are, the conversation changed. Because now the person across from her wasn't thinking about Ruth's resume. They were seeing their own future. They were thinking about how different their Monday morning could feel. That's when people pay. Now, let me be real with you. I want to be real with you. Understanding the psychology of why people pay is one thing. But sitting at your desk at 10 p.m. after a full day in your corporate job, trying to figure out how to package 18 years of expertise into something someone will actually buy, that's completely different challenge. That's the problem I have dedicated the last several years of my life to solving. I attended a business breakfast hosted by Dr. Miles Monroe in Uganda in 2013. And one thing he said that day has never left me. He said the wealthiest place in the world is the graveyard, because in it you'll find books that were never written, songs that were never sung, companies that were never started, and potential that were never developed. That statement changed my life. And it's the reason I created the 2-phase of a builder for business professionals years later. Phase 1 is extraction. This is where we go into your career. Every role, every achievement, every problem you have solved, every result that you've generated. And we pull out what I call the sellable expertise. The thing you know so well, it feels ordinary to you, but it's genuinely transformational to someone else. Then phase 2 is packaging. That's where we take what we've extracted and we structure it. We name it. We price it. We make it something you can clearly explain, clearly deliver, and clearly charge for. You don't need to quit your job to do this. You don't need to go viral on social media. You don't need to spend 3 months building a content library before you make your first dollar. You just need the right structure. Oh yes, the right structure. Phase 1, extraction. Phase 2, packaging. And you have your paid offer. I think about Catherine Ochako, former head of tech. She went through one of the most difficult professional sessions imaginable. Losing her role, being fired, and in an embarrassing way. Most people in that situation either disappear or desperately apply for 300 jobs. Catherine did neither. We went through the 2-phase process together, and what emerged on the other side? The comeback code. A code king offer helping women whose worlds have been shattered by betrayal, dismissal, or shame to rise again from crisis to clarity, from shame to strength. That offer came directly from her lived experience, from her expertise, from the journey she had already taken. And now people pay her to guide them through the same journey. So let me bring this home. What makes someone pay for expertise? First, the pain has to be real and right now. Second, they have to believe your solution will work for them. Third, they have to trust you as the messenger. Fourth, the cost of staying stuck has to feel higher than what you are charging. And underneath all 4 of those triggers is one truth. You have to stop leading with your resume and start leading with their result. Now, if you're watching this and you're thinking, okay, Sierra, I have the expertise. I just don't know how to package it and price it and position it so that people actually pay me. I want to have a conversation with you. Oh, yes, I want to have a conversation with you. There is a link in the description. It says Clarity Call. I want you to click it and I want you to fill it out. Let me look at your background, what you know, where you have been, and we will talk about exactly what a paid offer could look like for you. No pressure, no pitch, just clarity. And it's for free. Because here's what I know. You have walked through rooms that other people are desperately trying to find the door to. You have solved problems that keep other professionals up at night. You have experiences that took years to accumulate. And someone right now, today, needs that. The only question is whether you're going to package it properly. That's it. That's the whole question. Now, if this video gave you something today, subscribe. Yes, hit that subscribe button. What's the expertise you've been giving away for free that you now realize you could be paid for? I'll read every comment, answer you, and get back to you. I'll see you in the next video.